Hello everyone, this is Do a Dreamer. So yes, today I'm going to give you guys my final thoughts on the latest episode, or actually the upcoming episode of Death Battle, which will feature a battle between two iconic PSA icons. You have McGruff the Crime Dog versus Smokey the Bear. And before I give you guys my final thoughts on this, I'm going to actually read you some comments from my viewers and give you guys my reply, my reactions to them. So yeah, without further ado, let's read some of these comments. And I'm not going to be reading them in a certain order. And if I don't get to all of them, guys, I'm sorry, but I don't want to make this video too long. Alright guys, so let's go read some comments. Alright, the first comment I read is from Nidge DFX. What up, Nidge? He's formerly known as DrunkFX, but he says, probably be a draw, with his tongue sticking out at me. Really? Really, Nidge? But anyway, they are both on the same team. Is the research so they would never fight each other? That is a possibility, seeing that these two characters are PSA legends and they're all about public safety and human safety. So it wouldn't surprise me if it ends up in a draw where they either kind of say, we need to stop doing this, we need to send a big message or something like that. So that is a big possibility. Alright, the next one is from Nerdbender's own Your Only Mate, who says, I think picking a winner for this fight will be a McGruff choice. Your Only Mate, you're fired. Natsu Dragneil says, I assume this is going to be a joke battle, similar to Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie. A lot of people have been assuming that this might be a joke battle, but there have been people who say that this is going to be a serious battle and there will definitely be a winner. But again, I can see why people would say that this is a joke battle, because you have two public service announcements that's all about talking about safety, and to have them do battle with each other is kind of ironic in a way. Yang the Insane, please don't make this a pun. This battle is gonna heat up, and I can't wait to see who bites the dust in this battle. Really, Yang? Really? Is there any episode that you can do that you don't have to do puns? Stop doing the puns! Supermew 9001 says, by the way, Smokey the Bear can disguise himself as a woman in one of his speech about preventing fire. So if this was taken seriously, Smokey would use disguise as an advantage and give a clean shovel to the face to McGruff. That is a possibility, because I did remember seeing some commercial where he did disguise as a woman, but knowing McGruff, I think because he's a bloodhound and he has a very keen sense of smell, I think he would know it's Smokey the Bear. But it is a possibility. Mitchell Skeen, I hope I said it right, says, depends on if McGruff has a gun or not. If he does, he has the advantage over Smokey. Without one, he's royally screwed. In any event, I'm rooting for Smokey, since being Canadian, he's more familiar to me. Yeah, seeing that Canada has a lot of forests, so I wouldn't be surprised if Smokey the Bear commercials are up in Canada as well. But also, about the whole gun thing, I mean, that's a big stretch. I mean, yes, he is like a private eye detective kind of thing, but I doubt he has a gun. Seeing that he is a PSA for public safety, but anything goes in Death Battle. So yeah, but in terms of like saying that he has the advantage, one gunshot to a black bear is not going to take it down unless you have a very good aim on their heart or their vital organs or whatnot. That's my take on it. Probuscus says, I don't know if this is going to end in a draw or a single person win, but if they treat this like how they treated Hercule versus Dan, which was actually funny, then McGruff probably wins. I just think that because McGruff can be an actual fighter and Smokey hasn't shown anything to say the same, would leave this in McGruff's hands. Yeah, seeing that he is a private eye detective, it does scream that he knows maybe something of, you know, hand-to-hand combat. As for Smokey the Bear, I wouldn't count him out short in terms of hand-to-hand because bears are actually good wrestlers, believe it or not. I mean, that's why back in the day you had wrestlers wrestling bears, because they're natural-born wrestlers. It's all instinct. So I would have to say I kind of disagree that Smokey would not have some hand-to-hand combat experience. Grilled Cheese 52 says, my money's on McGruff. So he's saying that he thinks McGruff's going to win. Alright, cool. Kobe Ramiro says, I don't know who to root for, but it's rough. R-U-F-F, rough? Really? Ugh. For me, but this is barely cool. But if there is a winner, I root for Smokey. I like your prediction on this, but I'm not a fan of those puns. No more puns! Cargo Riser says, even though I'm a dog lover, I think Smokey might win, just bared. Why is everyone doing puns on my thing, man? Stop doing puns! But anyway, with me. Bared with me. Also, if Kirby versus Ditto happens, well, R.I.P. Ditto and Kirby's streak will continue. Now, I heard something about that ScrewAttack did ask the fans which battle people want to see. They said Kirby versus Ditto, as in Ditto from Pokemon, or Smokey the Bear versus McGruff the Crime Dog, and people picked McGruff the Crime Dog. Because I think that one would be a little bit more interesting than Kirby versus Ditto, because let's face facts here, Kirby would definitely mop the floor with Ditto and all of its squishiness, in my opinion. YouTube King says, I think it might be a tie because you said it might be on par with Deadpool versus Pinkie Pie and Chuck Norris versus Segata. And those were all ties. So after hearing all that, I think it might be a tie. That is a possibility, but again, some people are saying that this is going to be a serious battle, so there will be a winner, there might be a winner, I don't know. But like I said, don't take my word for it that I think it's going to be just like Pinkie Pie versus Deadpool or Chuck Norris versus Segata. This is just my opinion, but it could happen. We don't know. Rabbit Theater says, Smokey has technically died before, so we know his durability limit. Meanwhile, McGruff has not only got a wider range of weaponry, but has shown that he has some minor reality warping and very good intelligence. He also, one time, ran, as he put it, about a block away in about 3 seconds. And he could use his handcuffs to restrain Smokey, which takes away his strength advantage, so I say McGruff. Yeah, I mean, seeing that he's a PSA character, I mean, there are going to be some reality warping abilities from both of them, actually, because they're both kind of cartoony PSA characters. However, though, I doubt that the handcuffs is going to work on Smokey, seeing that Smokey is a bear and is stronger than many average men. So I really think that he's gonna break away from those handcuffs. So yeah, that's where I see it. But we'll see what happens with Death Battle when it comes on. Nintendo Fan says, I'm German and 15 years old. When I first saw the trailer, I didn't know who they are, but after the first research scene from ScrewAttack, which we were talking about Smokey the Bear when they showed the, little taste of what to come, I think I have saw him before. At least I have one for who I can vote for. Yeah, like I said, that people, not every person in the world is going to know who these two are. If you're in a different country, you might not know who Smokey or McGruff. See, Richie21 says, I said this on ScrewAttack's video and on your reaction video. They won't fight each other. They would fight the person causing the forest fire. There is no winner and there is no loser. Again, a lot of people believe that this is just like a joke battle where they might not fight, but they fight, say, a common enemy. Because if you're starting fires and stuff, that's both crime against the forest and also crime against, you know, the law, because it's against the law to cause forest fires and arson and whatnot. So I do see that as a possibility that Smokey the Bear and McGruff might team up to face this adversary, but we'll see what happens, guys. And the last comment I'm going to read is from Mr. Gentle Mac, who says, I completely agree that this is gonna be a very entertaining match. Now I know that this may be the funny fight. I can see a winner showing up. So for my prediction, I can safely say that McGruff will win this. Reason to why is that Smokey just focuses on forest fire. McGruff stops any sorts of crime before it even happens, meaning that he may cover way more feats and knowledge than Smokey. I actually see this as a possible outcome with this one, that McGruff might win this, because let's face facts here, guys. The only thing that Smokey is known to do is preventing forest fires, while McGruff pretty much can handle anything else, including forest fires, because that's what he does. So, yeah, I mean, that is a very interesting prediction you got there, Mr. Gentleman. Alright, guys, so now on to my final thoughts on this death battle. And a lot of people has been coming up to me and saying that it's going to be a serious battle. There is going to be a winner. Is this going to be fun? Yes. Will this be entertaining? Yes. Will it be a draw? Maybe, maybe not. Will we have a winner? Maybe, maybe not. But seeing that people are actually taking this seriously, I'll take a little bit serious with this one. That I think that McGruff is going to win. And here's why. Now, granted, we have Smokey, who is an actual bear, so the strength advantage is definitely there. Speed advantage is also there, because bears are very fast. They also have a keen sense of smell, which is also another good thing. But the thing is that despite Smokey being older than McGruff, you know, being around since the 40s, while McGruff was around since the 70s, despite all that, McGruff does have a lot of credentials that screams that he might win this. I mean, I mentioned on my prediction video that McGruff is a private eye detective, or as ScrewAttack would say, a pre-tective. Pretty much he'll deduct anything and get clues and whatnot and prevent a crime from happening before it happens. So, as I said before, he's kind of like Sherlock Holmes. Like, if you ever watched the movie from Sherlock Holmes with Robert Downey Jr., he'll deduct what might happen and then go in for the strike, like pretty much predict what happens before it happens. That alone, I feel, is going to be the thing that actually is going to help him defeat Smokey the Bear. And of course, like Gentle Max said, Smokey only knows how to prevent forest fires, while McGruff can pretty much do anything else. He can stop any crime before it happens. That includes arson, guys. So I have to give, in terms of experience on the job, not experience in terms of how old you are, because that's the one thing I want to mention, guys. Just because you're older than someone doesn't mean that you have more experience. Yes, you're older, but in terms of experience, the things you've done is what matters. So I'm really going to give this to McGruff, in my opinion. But anyway, guys, that's my prediction, and as always, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. All I care about is going to be entertaining, guys. This is going to be an entertaining battle, and it's going to be in flash animation for the first time in Death Battle, so I really can't wait for this. And I'd like to know your guys' thoughts on what you thought about my final thoughts. Do you agree with me or disagree with me? Feel free to leave your thoughts and comments down below. Tell me what you guys think. We got to discuss and debate about it. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe to my channel. Also follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and vid.me. And don't forget to click on these links. One, to subscribe to my channel. The other is for ScrewAttack, so please go support them. And a playlist for you to watch my videos and my other work. Alright guys, this is Do a Dreamer, and always dream big.